Hello, this is Manny Avitesian with Avetti Arts, and going to be going through a life sketch here, just what's going through my mind. I usually very quickly and roughly throw down some light color, usually use a tone that goes well with the face. If somebody is very light skin tone, I use a light peach, or if somebody has a darker tone, I'll go with burnt sienna or yellow ochre, or just whatever color matches her face well for the under sketch. Anyway, here with Lindsay's face. She's a fellow artist, awesome girl. I felt like she had many facial features that were just jutting out of her face, protruding, if you will. So I try to capture that. Her glasses do enlarge her eyes, so definitely thought about pulling her eyes off of her face, and what better way to do that than to omit the eyes from the face altogether and just put them onto the glasses, which are saliently shooting out of her face. So exaggerate, if you will, some ways well, for me anyway, end up losing a lot of space on the face for other features such as eyebrows. Typically end up shooting out, floating into there, which is okay because your eye still connects it to the face very well. You gotta let the viewer's eye kind of fill in the gaps. So with Lindsay's face here, you'll notice I make a lot of adjustments along the way. If I'm not sure about a certain line, I want to be able to do the majority of the lines in one stroke and just go with the feel. So if I'm unsure about something, instead of guessing and say throwing a line on there that I regret, I'll stop and throw down a quick under sketch in light tone, and when I'm comfortable with the line, I'll just go with it. And also too, you got to let happy accidents happen. Thank you, Bob Ross, in his honor. You gotta just throw down a line and go with it sometimes too, and that usually works out. Sometimes it doesn't, but most times when you get used to being spontaneous with your drawing, then it tends to work out very well. Coloring, real quick, I usually like to start with the warmest tone, so I'll hit the reddish, pinkish, orangish highlights of the face first, where light is being reflected and shining most. I like to start thin and blend that into the face because, well, personally, I like to start where things stand out the most, and usually that's the really bright tones, and then you can always blend in and dumb down the tones from there. But you have, it's kind of like an outline. If you've ever given a speech, you got your skeleton, you lay that out, and then you just throw sinew and meat and muscle in between. So anyway, that's kind of how I think about it. Put the majority of the features in, and the rest have to kind of fade into the background. You don't want everything to stand out. So for instance, here on this drawing, what's insignificant is really her forehead is kind of faded into the distance. There's no eyes on her face itself, so it's kind of, your eye doesn't even really want to go there. Your eyes shoot directly into the glasses, the eyebrows all kind of pointing like arrows down to the bridge of the nose and out, and the lips do pretty much the same thing. I feel like as an artist it's important to visually communicate and guide the viewer. So with something like this, trying to make the eyes go a certain direction of the viewer is important to me. So that's why I made the decisions I made there, where the eyebrows are pointing out to, protruding to the nose, down to the chin, and then back to the less important parts, which would be, say, the neck leading down to the shoulders and out. Quick little details really make a drawing pop. Highlights on the glasses, shadows being casted, I feel are important in making features of the drawing pop out. kind of like a 3D look. I have a background in 3D animation, so I always try to visualize how things will look if I was to render it out in 3D. You know, sphere, throw some lighting on there, casting shadows on different surfaces. So there's my secret. It's out, degree in 3D animation. But anywho, it's something that can be learned. Just everything in real life, cast shadows, and if you pay attention to it, you see it. You can even just while drawing, use your hand to kind of cast a shadow across your other hand and see the direction that the shadow falls. I learned a great deal of this from Grigor Eftemov's drawing. Grigor, love you brother, amazing, incredible artist, and for his relatively short run in a caricature community, he definitely left his mark. Amazing, brilliant artist. But the way he would cast shadows is not just dropping a shadow that follows the contour of the shape. He actually would follow the contour of the surface in which the shadow is being casted onto. So the way that surface curves is how the shadow should be portrayed, not just following the object casting a shadow, but thinking about the surface that the shadow is being casted onto is extremely important in getting a realistic shadow. Here, about to finish up, hitting some darker tones. Shadows are really important in just making it come to life, I feel. So I always try to go back in there and darken the darks, get some more contrast in there, maybe even go in with an eraser and hit some highlights to brighten up the brights. You know, all done live. Background color is very important. How you select that, make it pop. So there you have it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Here we go. Woo! Thanks for letting me have some fun with you. Hi. Yeah, came out alright. Came out alright. You like your chin?